Module 8, creating a PBN for your business. So private blog networks, we talked about it, whether it's good or bad. Okay, I know everyone has their own opinion. I don't think they're that bad personally, particularly if they're incredibly relevant to your niche. So here's the process for creating them. I'm not going to do a full video. I'll probably add one to the advanced section of this course. But essentially, I'm going to just walk you through, what it takes to create a PBN. What we're looking for is, number one, we need to identify already aged domains. And you can literally go into GoDaddy auctions. You can also use Register Compass to find a lot of these domains that have already been aged. Register Compass costs about $35 a month, but it's totally worth it if you're trying to find aged domains that you can purchase, and then, after you're done using it, just stop using it, just stop paying for Register Compass. And then what you want to do is you want to check the domain metrics via SEO Moz and Majestic SEO. And within Register Compass, it kind of provides a lot of that data for you, which is nice. So it pulls a lot of that data from Moz and SEO and Majestic SEO. But once you look at it, you can see whether the domain is over 2 years of age, whether it has a domain authority above 20, above 15. And then part of what I'll also do is I want to look at the backlink profile of that page, because a lot of times those might be domains that were hit with a Google penalty. And I can tell if it has not been indexed, or if it's no longer indexed within Google, or if it has a ton of backlinks pointing back to it, which can be a bad thing. So that's just something to consider in terms from a criterion standpoint. Next part of the process is I have to actually bid on the actual domains themselves. And we'll talk about the criteria for that. But once you do that, you've bought it, let's say you've won that particular domain, you migrate it over to your host account, and then you build your own site on top of that domain. So at that point, you're going to add some more, you're going to probably install WordPress. You'll add some articles, some unique articles related to your niche. And then you reference articles and have them point back to your website. And that's really it. And sort of my criteria for picking a domain, if it's based on budget, I try to spend no more than $50 to $100. Typically, I'm closer to about $30 per domain. So you can really get away with spending $150 for 5 domains and do relatively well. In terms of domain authority or page authority, I like to have something that's over 15 typically. For trust flow, that's a Majestic SEO metric. I like something that has at least 5 to 10. That's just my personal preference. Citation flow, I like to check that via the tool itself. Again, I like citation flow to be good. Something that's kind of above 5 to 10. And I actually like trust flow and citation flow to be kind of equal. So even if one is trust flow is 5 and citation flow is 15 or 20, that's okay. But I don't like it when I see trust flow below 5 or 10. That's just not always a good place to be. Domain age, I typically like that to be above 1 year of age, or at least 2 to 3 years, possibly. The older, the better. Also, I kind of like there to be a keyword that's related to my niche in the domain itself. That can always be a benefit. If it's not, don't worry about it. It's not critical. Doesn't have a lot of spammy links. I can check that via both Moz as well as Majestic SEO. And then finally, it passes the site:/domain.com test. So if it's been indexed, or if it's still currently indexed in Google, you can probably do a site:/domain.com test on that actual domain itself. And if it's indexed, then you're good. If it's not indexed, then you just want to stay away from it, because it's just not worth it at that point. And based on all these criteria, I know it may seem like a lot, but I've been able to purchase at least 40 to 50 domains just for ourselves, not even just for our other clients. We've had quite a bit of success doing it. I know this doesn't give you the details on how to go through it bit by bit. I kind of feel like this is its own course in and of itself, but still something that can make a difference from a local search standpoint. So that's my criteria. I'm sticking to it. And now we'll move on to the next section.